So, for those of you that don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Mr. Freddy Krueger belongs to my favourite horror franchise of all time. Well, besides Saw, but I feel like that's a completely different kind of horror, so I always class them both as number one in their respective fields. But Nightmare on Elm Street was the first ever horror franchise that I ended up watching. I went through like the first 6 films in a week and absolutely fell in love with this disgusting creature and his amazing films. Now, the one thing that I want to talk about today is the fact that behaviour seemed to be doing him a little bit dirty, and unlike other cases, I actually don't think this is behaviour's fault whatsoever, but I am fed up of Freddy not having any cosmetics in the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of the reboot, however, Jackie Earl Haileys' rendition of Freddy was probably as good as it could be without being Robert Englund. I actually thought he filled the boots rather nicely, and he did well considering what he was given. But there is just so many amazing cosmetic items that this Freddy could potentially have, and I think it is all down to potentially licensing issues. But I would kill for some really good Freddy cosmetics in the future. So today what we're going to be talking about is going to be another quick one. I'm just going to take you through a couple of examples of what cosmetics would absolutely suit him and what would I love to see in the game. So for those of you that don't know, the Freddy that we have inside Dead by Daylight is based on the Jackie Earl Haley one, the reboot that came out in, believe, 2010? I want to say 2010, but... So, first and foremost, the number one cosmetic for Freddy that we need is a Robert Englund cosmetic. It would sell out so quick. Anybody who plays Freddy in any capacity would instantly buy this because, no offense to Jackie, Robert Englund's Freddy is obviously the one that everybody knows Freddy as. It's the definitive, the one that everybody loves and the one that everybody wants. However, there are also some other Freddy cosmetics that I feel like would be a fantastic fit for Dead by Daylight. The first and foremost being his new Nightmare skin. Now this one, Freddy looks a touch different, his skin's a little bit weirder, but I'm more featuring on the fact that he has this really nice like trench coat, this cloak. I feel like that'd be such a unique little spin that it would definitely warrant being a little cosmetic. I honestly, New Nightmare obviously wasn't the best, we all know this, however I do think the look in this film was really cool, and something a little bit different from what we used to. It was trying something new, obviously that was the entire point of the film, but that's why I feel like it would be the perfect fit for a new cosmetic. And considering that the Blight exists, this one is a little bit more out there, so please bear with me, but the Blight cosmetic obviously has affected 3 of the licensed killers. We've got the Pyramid Head one, the Nemesis one, and the Ghostface Blight cosmetics. I feel like if you took the cosmetic kind of appearance of Freddy from the Dream Child at the end in the chapel where he rips open his sweater and reveals kind of all of the faces on his chest, I feel like you could kind of tweak this to be a really cool Blight cosmetic. Make it a little bit more pronounced, make it a little bit obviously oozier and gooier, which obviously would fit Freddy to begin with, but I feel like this would be a really nice little Blight cosmetic that would absolutely suit him down to a T. And finally, the last cosmetic that I want, and I think the one that is most important to all Nightmare on Elm Street fans, is obviously Super Freddy. Nope, I am not joking. I think a Super Freddy cosmetic would be absolutely hilarious. Make it black and white, give him the weird thunderbolt, give him the hat, make him a little bit beefier, make it a legendary set if you must. I think this would be hilarious to realise that Freddy's after you, but nope, it's not just any Freddy.
Yes, Super Freddy!
And I feel like Super Freddy's kind of become a meme within the Nightmare franchise, so it would be really good because we do know that behaviour like to lean into the jokes of the universes that they take from. Obviously, we've got the Jill Sandwich add-on for Resident Evil and for Nemesis, so I really feel like this would be cool, and I would definitely buy it for one. But we actually don't know if any of this can be possible because the licensing issues for the Nightmare on Elm Street series are kind of a bit all over the place, because originally it was Warner Brothers that owned it, then back a couple of years ago, Nightmare on Elm Street reverted back to the Wes Craven's estate, but New Line Cinema has the international rights. So knowing how to kind of fix this, because I feel like that's the only issue that's really stopping any cosmetics from being made, is the licensing issues, the rights, and I feel like it's a little bit complicated, so yeah, I don't expect we're going to get any time soon, unfortunately. However, I think we definitely should have a look at getting some in the future. So Behaviour, if you're listening, if you're watching this for some bizarre reason, please give Freddy some love. I love Jackie Earl Haileys version, but we need a Robert Englund skin at a very minimum. But we're just going to have to see. We're going to have to keep our fingers crossed and hope that somewhere in the future this happens. But I do think it would be fantastic for the game and fantastic for Freddy, because he is the only killer without a single cosmetic option. And it does suck considering how big of an icon Freddy is in the horror industry. He is obviously one of, if not the most well-known besides Leatherface and Michael Myers. He's one of the OGs, and yeah, we're going to have to do something to sort this out. But you guys will have to let me know down below what skin you would like to see Freddy have, if you would want to see an original take from Behaviour, or if you wanted a skin implemented from one of his films, which skin would it be? I would love to hear your opinions, and I feel like if any could be made, just a simple Robert Englund one would absolutely suffice for me. But that's all from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Dead by Daylight videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye for now.